Okay, dear students, today's lab experiment will be on experiment 3, swing curve. So previous videos I discussed experiment 1, ABCD parameters, 2, power angle diagram, and 4, AB, that's singular as well as inspection. Now I am going for experiment 3, that is swing curve as well as equal area criterion. So this one, it comes under PSA 1. It will be in module, actually last module will be there here, and here we are analyzing stability analysis. Okay. And swing curve we are getting, that is power angle, just like same like, and here we are discussing the fault analysis. Okay, so this is here they are specified here 2 transmission lines will be there, and whatever the bus 1 connected to generator, bus 2 connected to infinite bus bar. Okay, so this is the problem they have specified here, and what all you have to calculate here you have to calculate the fault current before, during and after. Based upon that different time period, it will count and it will display the graph. Okay, this is the problem they have given here. 20 MVA 50 generator delivers, this is the 50 Hertz generator delivers 18 megawatt over double circuit through infinite bus bar. Okay, and here they have specified the kinetic energy 2.52, and we are the formula will be there for kinetic energy as what you have taken in PSA2, last PSA1 I am discussing. Okay, they have specified here kinetic energy H value 2.52 megajoules per MVA, and transient reactance they have specified, this side reactance will be 0.35 per unit, and transmission line resistance will be 0, and reactance both sides they have given 0.2. Okay, and base value here 1.11. Okay, and this is connected to infinite bus bar of 1 angle 0. So what they told here, they told a short circuit occurs, a 3-phase short circuit occurs at the midpoint of the transmission line. Out of this any one of transmission line, either here or here, they told a short circuit occurs, fault it has been happened, middle. Okay, and here breakers, it will operate, one will operate at 2.5 cycle and other will operate at 6.25 cycle after the occurrence of fault. Okay, and what they told here, you have to find out, you have to plot that swing curve and over a period of 0.55, means that graph will end when time period ends at 0.55. So now you have to find out the power before fault, during fault, after fault. Along with that, the remaining reactance values also you have to find. So this is the reactance 0.35 and this is the reactance before fault I am telling, both side 0.22. Okay, so now you have to find a total reactance before, during, after. Let us discuss this theoretical. With that we'll go for what? I'll explain the program. Okay, so let us have a look this. Just have a look this theoretical calculation what I'm going to discuss now. Okay, so this is the diagram here. This diagram I'll redraw. This afterwards this graph I'll explain. Okay, first one I'm taking what I'm taking. So reactance generator side they have given 0.35 and both transmission lines they have given 0.2. Okay, so now before fault, before occurrence of fault, so these two are in parallel, this is in series. So now if you convert this, total reactance we are getting before fault will be 0.45, 0.2 transmission, and this is generator, and this is connected to infinite bus bar. Okay, so now these two parallel, this is series, we are getting 0.45 reactance ohm. So now to power we are getting before fault. What is the formula? P max before fault, E into V divided by X before fault. E is they have given 1.11 generator side, and voltage they have given 1 angle 0, and 0.45 you substitute, we are getting P max before fault will be 2.44. Same thing it is there in program. I'll tell you what it is there in that. Okay, just have a look this program so that it will be clear for you. See, all values are given here. T final we have to calculate all these things, and this is kinetic energy. See here we got P max before fault, during fault, after fault 2.44, 0.882. You have to find this. Along with that you have to find angle also. Okay, let us see this theoretical what I am going to discuss here. Okay, so this is before fault, reactance you have to add it, series and parallel connection will be there. Once we got this power, so now during fault you have to find that what reactance. So what they told, any one of the transmission line, so now the fault it has been happened. So now what happens, if middle fault it has been happened means, so it will divide obviously. So 0.2 I'll divide, make it 0.1, 0.1. Okay, so now this diagram I'll redraw like this in the form of like this, what? Delta form. This is 0.2 here, 0.1 and 0.1 this. Okay, I'll convert into star. This is 0.35 remain as it is. So this whatever the delta converted into star. So put it this value. Okay, so how to find out this? How we are getting this x1? X1 will be, so 0.1 into 0.2 divided by this into this, this into this, this into this, divided by all those things you are divided. Okay, so this is what star convert into this is delta convert into star. So this reactance x1 will be multiply both things. Okay, and divided by I think multiplication will be there. Okay, check it what value you are getting, how to convert this delta to star. Once you convert delta to star, so we are getting this reactance one side 0.05 and this reactance 0.05, okay, and this one will be 0.025 we are getting. Okay, so now let us see, and this whatever this whatever 0.025 will be there, I am taking here, and this just I'll take this whatever delta will be there. Now we convert into star. Read on this star 0.05, 0.05, 0.025. Okay, this is 0.05, 0.0, this is 0.025. Okay, so now just these two added, what we are getting. So before it was 0.35 added, this is 0.4 and this is 0.05 as it is. So now total reactance, this is star, total reactance will be 0.4 into 0.025 and 0.025 into this into this divided by this value. So total reactance during fault will be 1.25. Similarly, you have to find power during fault will be E into V divided by X during fault. Okay, so now just multiply it, value we are getting 0.88. Okay, this is during fault. After fault, what happens? Wherever fault it has been happened, that has to be deleted. So both you add it, you will be getting 0.55. So P max after fault will be, we are getting 2. So now in problem they have, in formula itself, total power we are getting, output by input they have specified. So how much we are getting here power, you can check it here. So in this whatever program they have specified, okay, so in this program they have given 50 hertz delivers 18 megawatt. Okay, so now what you have to do here, okay, so actually here 18 megawatt and 20 MVA generator is there, this is 18 megawatt. So 18 by 20 if you do, you will get the value of 18 by 20 if you do, you will get the value of 0.9. And T step, actually they have given here 2 cycles, one is 2.5 and the 6.25 cycles. So T step will be 2.5 divided by 50, it will be 0.05 we are getting. And TC, another cycle 6.25 divided by 50, minus 0.25. Critical clearing time you have to take, minus you have to take. Okay, and this M value is nothing but H by 180 into F. H is 2.52, they have given in problem itself, 180 into frequency is F. Okay, then how to find this delta here? Okay, so now as we know that PA is PM minus P max, the formula they have given actually. Okay, so so now delta how to find, how to find this delta? Okay, so now just have a look this in this program. Okay, so as per theoretical we got TC also, T step also, T final, everything they have specified, and T final they have given 0.5 and T step they have 0.05. So actually this is 0.55 but we are taking here 0.5. So now angle how to find here? We got before fault, during fault, after fault power. So then angle will be sin inverse of PM by P max before fault. So what you have to do here, theoretical calculation delta, delta will be sin inverse of PM by P max before fault. Okay. So sin inverse of PM is 0.9 and P max before fault, what, how much we got before fault will be 2.44. Okay, sin inverse of PM by P max. So sin inverse of 0.9 divided by 2.44 if you do, you are getting 21.64. Okay, this is theoretical calculation. So let us go for this swing curve. So how it explains. Okay, just have a look this swing curve. I'll divide into 3 sections: before fault, during fault, after fault. Okay, this is T. If T is less than T final, all these things we are getting. One we will get T is equals to TF, and then you will get T is equals to TC. Okay, so if T is equals to TF, I will make it like quadrant. Okay, this is left side before fault, this is during fault. If you take T is equals to TF, then before fault, during fault we are getting. If T is equals to TC, if you take, and one thing we are taking like quadrant. So this side I will take minus, this side I will take plus. This is PA plus, this is PA minus, like that I will be taking PA plus, PA minus. Okay. So T is equals to TF if you take before fault, during fault you will get, and T is equals to TC if you take during fault, after fault you will get. And if T is greater than TF, less than TC if you take, then it will be during fault. Okay, if T is greater than TC if you take, after fault. Okay, if T less than T final, all we are getting. So based on that, how I explain this graph, same thing it is there in program. Okay, T is equals to TF, T is equals to TC, and T less than T final. TF before fault, during fault, TC during fault, after fault. And if you interchange graph, you won't get properly. Okay, let us see this program so that it will be easy to understand. Okay, so now these all values already we know. T is equals to 0, T final 0.55, it is 0.5 we are taking. TC we got theoretical, T step, and this is acceleration factor. I will count iteration from 2, already 1 it is there, 2 you have to take. And delta already we got 21.64, converted into radian. So d delta I will make it 0, time I will initialize 0, angle, okay, for per time 0 angle we are getting 21.64. Actually in output whatever just now I told, okay. So this is 0, we are getting here the graph starts at 21.64, right? Okay, so this is the program, and then this is t is equals to tf, so pa minus 0.9 pa max before fault sin delta. Okay, so before fault, during fault, pa minus pa plus as per graph what I explained. So both average we make it. Okay, t is equals to tf and end. T is equals to tc if we see that graph. So during fault, after fault, as what I explained graph. So both you have to add minus plus. And t greater than tf less than tc, this is during fault. And t greater than tc if you take after fault. Okay, so this all comes under what? T final only. This all comes under T final only. Okay, so you have to be careful, you have to do tf andre enagutte before during we are getting as per just now I told. Is it tf before during, and t is equals to tc during after. T greater than tf less than tc during fault. Greater than tc means after fault. Okay, same thing it is there in program. Okay, same thing. So and then greater than tc after fault. So if you interchange, you won't get graph properly. So now delta you can, this is the formula as what we are using in delta, we are converting again degree. Delta plus 180 by plus is d delta into pi by 180. And d delta, this is the formula as what we are using in 5th module also. Derivation is there like t-step, Runge-Kutta method as well as step-by-step method is there. In that we are using this formula. D delta plus t square into pa by m. And again we are converting to degree. So t step increase, t plus t step pause we are taking in time of I is equals to t. First it will be 0, now again it will count for different angle. Delta angle I, delta degree, I is equals to I plus 1, and axis we are taking 0 and 160 will be there. We are plotting this time angle KO. The axis also if you won't write also it will execute. Time, plot time angle versus KO. KO dash means it will indicate a particular points in that graph. Otherwise if you remove it won't indicate points. Okay, let us execute this program. So this is the program we have written properly. Okay, so now we'll execute this. I'll run this. Once you run this program, so now whatever output we are getting here, so every time you have to press enter until it will display last stage as what it is. T is equals to 0.55 because they have given time period. Okay, for different steps it will take. Okay, so see, we are getting graph. These are the points it is indicating on the graph. That is nothing but KO dash as what last step is the last. And different I step it will take. I is equals to I plus 1 and you know. Different step, all these things, and t is equals to 0 and for particular if you see angle we are getting 21.64. At t is equals to 0 angle we are getting 21.64. This is the graph. Power it will increase slowly, maximum power it will come down. Okay, it is divided into 3 sections: before fault, during fault, after fault. This is about swing curve. Same thing it is there in equal area criterion. Without graph I will discuss. Okay, so this is all about equal area criterion. Okay, sorry, swing curve. Same concept I will use in next. This is experiment 3A. Experiment 3B will be equal area criterion. Thank you.